Good morning, everyone. This morning we will have a short presentation on the lessons learned through the analysis of a ransomware attack reported to the Australian cyber team during the Economic Summit. By communicating these lessons learned through the incident response of this attack, Australia hopes to contribute to the overall success of our partnering nations by sharing information, enhancing the defensive posture of our networks, and minimizing the overall attack surface and response time to combat these attacks. The upcoming slides will include a summary of the events leading to the attacks, what evidence was required, the attribution of the attack and impact. Additionally, the recovery and remediation process will be highlighted. This information will lead us into discussing what worked during the incident response, where improvements should be made, and recommendations to improve the incident response and business continuity for our organizations. Summary of events. The event triggering our incident response team and enacting our business continuity plan occurred through our summit team members receiving a ransomware generated alert across the Australian computers. The alert also stated that our computers had been locked down by the FBI due to activity relating to child porn. This alert also informed the organization must pay $500 in Bitcoin to an FBI.gov email address or the employee will be arrested. After receiving a report from an employee regarding the inability to open network files after receiving an email with an Excel attachment, the incident response team continued their investigation. Traffic was then analyzed with Wireshark to observe and record communications and attack vectors used by the malicious actor. Analysis revealed that the malicious actor shared the attack script inadvertently, revealing the password hash to decrypt access to the system. Once decrypted, the system was able to be recovered. After recovery, additional YARA and SNORT rules were constructed to better indicate to the system administrators of future compromises. In this slide here, we show the threats and attack vector, which consisted of opening untrusted files, poor password controls, unpatched systems, poor cybersecurity awareness and workforce training, outdated antivirus, and ineffective IDS/IPS signatures and EESMG filters. In the next slide, we have evidence acquired. We have email reported by an HR employee. We have a PCAP file of network traffic, which will be used for Wireshark analysis, an attack script.txt, an info.txt file, a cryptogram file, an unlocker.exe file, and hard drives from the infected workstation. As far as attribution is concerned, it is not identified at this time, but information sharing is key to this. The impact, to pay or not to pay. If we don't pay, there's loss of data, there's loss of repudiation, and there can also be an increase in ransom depending on how aggressive the attackers can be. So what worked? Communication amongst incident response team, shared awareness amongst IRT and executive leadership, notification of ransomware attack, the technical expertise of the forensic team, the mitigation of threat and the recovery of assets, and the implementation of proactive measures to guard and alert against future threats. Areas of improvement: signature creation and modification process, cyber awareness amongst employees, IDS, IPS, monitoring workforce and alerting procedures, operating system patching schedule, and identification of assets to mission assurance categories. So recommendations. In closing, the objective of this brief was to communicate lessons learned early and maintain effective strategies and resolutions to combat ever-growing cyber threats against our nation. Implementation of these recommendations will be best achieved by first letting our incident response team focus on the threat, setting reasonable sync times to obtain brief summaries of milestones, and ensuring these regular meetings will occur to make sure that the IRT, the incident response team, is effectively managing expectations and communication flows efficiently. Regular testing of the organization's incident response plans. Another recommendation, do not ignore risks or the lack of standards and procedural implementations. Also, continual employee training. The initial reaction for this reported event from the HR benefits coordinator that was targeted in the attack was to shut down the computer. If this action would have occurred, significant forensic evidence could have been destroyed or erased. Information sharing amongst global, national, and industry partners in order to grow attribution and better predict or identify attack vectors. Not transmitting sensitive information through an unsecured environment. And continual reminders that everyone is a threat and the employees are the biggest vulnerability. In closing, each of these areas can be implemented through the organization to better alert and prevent future malicious traffic or activity occurring and does not impact the speed in which our organization conducts business, which is very important. Any questions? No? Thank you for your time.